Shout out Will Toms, of course, always. But yeah, it really just came through the connection of Will, and it ended up happening. And then we took on Google Creator Day with Google was another major project that kind of came from that. It was pretty much like my first really major project in my new role, where I did most of the project management and really spearheaded like the design strategy and the overall experience, and got to curate those conversations and stuff like that. So really acted as a what I would call like an executive producer over that whole project. And yeah, we just finished our campaign with YouTube as well. So major big brands, Picos, just like a bunch of different brands coming in. Red Bull, another one since, that transition happened. So yeah, we definitely been leaning into like a lot of our agency work, and I'm really kind of like the brain, you can call the brain and the eye behind that.
So I was watching, I don't know if you saw Tyler the Creator's recent interview that he just had. He was talking about being a creative, or like a creative, you have to almost be delusional with your ideas, and then have a team that supports that.
Yes.
So how does that feel? How do you feel about, one, that quote, and then two, like talk about your team as well, because you said you brought this idea about Joe Fresca's, they all looked at you like, we can't afford it, and y'all made it happen. So what was that experience like?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true what Tyler said. And I hope Will watches this, because I will say, me and Will take turns being the delusional ones for sure. Will is the visionary of Rec, so he really sets like the vision, and it's really his job, honestly, to be delusional. Like he has to like go high, and then sometimes I think I'm the one being like, okay, well, let's talk about what we can do.
Yeah.
And then Chanel as well, who's our agency director. So yeah, I think we're kind of the ones bringing him down, but sometimes I come to them with ideas, because I am really a creative at heart. Like I am definitely somebody who, I don't care about the budget. Like I really don't care about the budget. I just want to make it happen, and I want it to be the best it can be. And I've gotten a lot better with like controlling budget, because it is part of my job to make sure everything is on time and on budget. But yeah, if it was up to me,
She said,
we'd be broke. Like I honestly just be wanting to do things the best way. And once I have a vision for something, I'm like tunnel vision on it. So yeah, I do think it takes that. But I think we all do a good job of like balancing that. Cause like, again, like it's I think I realize in the industry, like the connections are really what it is. Like, we really were able to even do like our recent YouTube event. As like a pre-event to Roots Picnic, we were able to pull that off of a lot of connections. Or like people were looking like, oh, y'all have like really amazing talent, and it's like, yeah, but like even though we put out money, but it's like it was a lot just because like you're the homie, like we love y'all, we fuck with y'all, and I think like because we have that, sometimes we be like, no, nothing is too big, like because it's like I know a guy who knows a guy, type of thing.
So, you think connections are super valuable, especially in your space that you're in?
Yeah, like relationships and nurturing them in an organic way. I always tell people that, not just I'm gonna hit you up when I need something, but really just showing up for people. Like I tell all artists, especially underground artists in Philly, don't throw a show and expect people to come when you don't go to anybody else's show. Like go to people's shows, make it known when people throw things, whether it's Porch Fest in West Philly or they performing at the Roots Picnic, whatever the case may be. Show up and support people, because when it becomes your turn, people are going to come out and support you. So I always say that, like, definitely just like support other artists.
And I want to stay on the Joe Fresco's things for a little bit. So like you said, that's someone that's your favorite footwear designer. So what went into like the actual, I'll call it the architecture of like creating that panel, that discussion? Like what thoughts went into your head? Like what did you want to ask him?